Hey everyone, thanks for joining in Capitalism today. Thank you for viewing this channel. I hope you have visited the website called dismantlecapitalismglobally.com. That is dismantlecapitalismglobally.com. Let us all come together to put an end on a global scale to capitalism, because capitalism, as you know, affects so many of our lives, all of our lives actually, because wherever you go in this world, you will come across a payer-payee system. Somebody has to pay for something, and there's going to be the venture capitalist. The system, the concept is saturated in the world in whichever definition of government that this country operates from. I can assure you, I know that capitalism is everywhere. It is an unfortunate reality. It is one that creates the job insecurity. The capitalists live in one country to go to another because the laws in the other country are lenient, and he or she can take advantage of labor. It is a common occurrence. It happens every day. It happens in clear view, and we, as the laborer, the consumer, we have to, and the activists, of course. If you are the kind of person who continue to shed light on the injustices of capitalism, then you know as well as I know that capitalism is a mess. It is chaotic. It is destructive. It is about waste. It is the complete destruction of the resources that nature gives to us and expects us to care for so that we can have resources for generations to come. We have enough food in this world to feed the people of the world. We have enough water. We have enough land. But those resources are instead on a market, right? Under capitalism, they are in a market, and people have to pay for those resources. It's an unfortunate reality. It is a very disastrous reality for everyone who lives in this world. And I mean, in 2021, it's time to analyze all of that. It is time to incorporate all of the activities of capitalism so that we can get a very clear, open picture of what is it that the system is truly doing. Because, I'm always against people who want to use their perception and their opinions and their beliefs about capitalism. I believe that you have to look at the evidence, you have to look at the pattern so that you can create a more holistic analysis that could potentially lead to better decisions about a topic or a subject. But we have to get out of this mentality that that our opinions about capitalism or our beliefs about capitalism will should supersede the evidence of capitalism. Don't be that person who relies on personal assessment to look at capitalism. Be the person who looks at the evidence of capitalism, the historical evidence to this point, so that you can truly understand exactly what it's doing and whose lives are being affected by it. So that's what I want to talk about today. I started to talk about social responsibility, and I kind of just want to continue on with that topic because social responsibility is such a great word, or two words, a compound word, I should say. And those two words really are very necessary words to consider. As human beings, we are social, we are coming into different interactions. We definitely should behave in responsible ways. We definitely should interact with others responsibly, respectfully, with consideration for the fact that we live in a diverse world and people have different backgrounds, they have different perspectives. But in a responsible minded person's mind, we approach with consideration, with care, with acknowledgement that everyone we come in contact with will not look like us, will not speak like us. And that is completely fine. That's why the world is so beautiful. It's because we have that variety, right? We all don't look alike. We all don't talk alike. We don't think the same way. We have different perspectives. We have different ways of looking at life. And the reasons why we need to engage more in dialogue is because of that, is because of those dynamics, those human dynamics. So social responsibility is really a word that all of us should put in our minds, that it is not just the business that should take part in being responsible to or accountable to the planet. We, as the consumers and the laborers, we need to also instill that into our minds. We need to tap into our humanity and remind ourselves that we also have to do our part to help this planet. So, some people are big on recycling, for example, and they're very passionate about it. And they may say, well, that's how I do my part. Some people are volunteers at different organizations, or they donate, they stick to those organizations. All of those examples are great ways to be socially responsible. And it falls on everyone's shoulders. You, me, my kid, when he understands it, of course, he's only 12. Other kids, it's something that all of us must believe in. It's something that all of us must do our part to help this world. I mean, the world has a lot of problems, and it has a lot of issues: poverty, racism, income inequality, digital divide, information divide, religious divisions, and the chaos all of that brings. We have to identify those issues and question how they became issues, and of course do our part to help get to the bottom of things. That's what socially responsible people do. We are aware, we are in tune with what is happening in the world, and we work to make things better. So do your part, even though you may think that they are small steps. There's a saying that small steps eventually leads to greater steps or greater outcomes. So don't ever think that your recycling or your love for recycling is a waste of time, or that you volunteering at an organization and helping them. All of those, that's the beauty of humanity, of humanitarian acts. And all of that will eventually be part of our collage, our quilt, as we aim for elimination of capitalism, of poverty, of racism. All of those little pieces will eventually become part of the process. So be responsible, be a socially responsible person. And I just want to talk about how capitalism, the system, will never bring betterment in this world. The system is even when there are examples, or if people donating money, that those are temporary fixes. Okay, we don't want to aim for temporary fixes. We want to aim for sustainability, short-term and long-term sustainability. We always want to aim to really fix a problem, fixing it as though it will not come back again. That's fixing, but we can't fix anything with a temporary model. Capitalism is a model that gives temporary satisfaction. So, you may have a job, but that doesn't mean you'll have a job tomorrow, because there's always competition in jobs, right? So you should never get comfortable under capitalism and think that you will always have money, you will always have a job, you will always have good health. That is not a stable conclusion to have in your mind. It is not a solid one. You need to know that under capitalism, you are constantly expected to feed its profits theme. You are expected to do so even though you are mentally ill, even though you fall apart, physically, mentally, spiritually. You are still expected to feed that model. That's how nasty capitalism is. It is not one that is considerate of your attempts to do good. If you're not able to produce money, a good, then you are not feeding the model of capitalism. So always keep that in mind. Always be aware that you cannot be a comfortable person under capitalism. You should never get into that illusionary state of mind. You should always be alert to what it truly means and what it truly operates as, so that you don't fall into its trap, into its falsehood, because that's what it promotes. It promotes a false world, whereas the issues surrounding you, even while you have this great job, even while you have a great house and a great car, there's still, issues in your environment, and those issues will impact you. They will at some point impact you as a person, and you have to not be so in love with capitalism that you evade or you stop looking at the issues of the world. Be socially responsible is my point. And I really just want to continue to, encourage you to be that person, to always be a person who is who knows what is happening in this world and knows how to associate the issues to what's happening. Why these issues sprawling up in the world? Why is there poverty? Why is there racism? Why is there religious divides? There are associations to those problems. There are historical evidence, and it really takes people like you and me to just be ideal and look at the problems, not turn a blind eye to the problems, and do your part to help the world. The world needs you. The world needs me. We need to work together so that we can create a world that is free of injustices. It is tiring. It is depressing to continue to have to experience brutality and just chaosness or pandemonium. It is very depressing on the human psyche to continuously have to experience those system. Whereas we can find ways to eliminate them so we can have some peace of mind in this world. So thank you for joining this segment. I hope to have you in the audience again. I hope that you'll visit the website dismantlecapitalismglobally.com, dismantlecapitalismglobally.com, and please be a supporter. Please let me know if you want to join this channel at some point with me to talk about capitalism. However you want to be part of this, and however you choose to be a socially responsible person, you have my support. Thank you.